Hey, bro.
Huh?
Let me ask you a question, man. Why you ain't change clothes, bro?
Let me ask you a question. Every time you see me, you gotta ask me a question like you 50 Cent asking people 21 questions.
But, bro, you gotta have some hygiene,
Let me
man.
ask you, did you take a bath last night?
Of course, and that's what I'm telling you, man. You gotta have some hygiene,
Well,
man.
congratulations, because I'm homeless and now I have the luxury to take a bath every night and wash clothes like that. So be grateful for what you got and stop always talking about people and stuff. That's what's wrong with people. They always talking about people instead of trying to help them and stuff. Just thank God that you able to take a bath and change your clothes every night. I might have them on the next day and the next day and the next day. That's between me and God. You worry about yourself. Any more questions?
You good,
Oh,
bro.
all right, that one I thought. Have a blessed day.
If you want genuine black conversation that's uncompromised, unfiltered, join 60s.net today.
Jay?
Yes?
I love 60s. I'm so excited there's a site where we could finally talk about black issues.
When's the last time you posted?
Well, you know, the way my phone is set up.
You're clearly not that excited about 60s. Have a great day.
To the North Pole. faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick Dastardly and Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight if they come to cut the mixed master ice. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official show. I am your host, beatzillapdx official. And hopefully y'all are coming on in over here. Sorry for the mix-up, but I am switching platforms. So I'm in between platforms right now, so bear with us because as you can see, I already don't have all of my typical opening clips, but we're gonna get through it nonetheless. And so that's why we are a little bit behind schedule tonight. Nonetheless, we are here. So let me get in here real quick. Bear with me. I'm still getting used to this new um, this new setup. Everybody does their thing differently, so you know how that goes. Some of the cameras leaning. Let's see. Okay. All right. Bear with me one second. And as y'all coming in, please like and share, especially share this one because we had to make some adjustments on the fly. So we are getting this situation situated. All right. I see Tariq in the building. Nikki the God, my chief moderator in the house. Judah Queen. And Tia to you. And Lawrence Lilly. Zene J. All right. So yes. Please share this. Hopefully, let me see. If this is coming through at a kind of a uh, janky way, go ahead and uh, you might have to up the the screen because I just looked at it on 144 and that looked mad terrible. Film animation art, Deneen Soul, Bryce Bees, welcome. So yes, we have a few things to talk about tonight. Matter of fact, let me get it's right here. So straight up, let me go ahead. Also fix this. Joe Biden's broken promises, which of course, you know, we are witnessing more and more by the day. Um, and now with this whole black farm situation, it's becoming way more evident. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he just straight pulled out um, of these brothers, the black farmers, the money that he had committed to them, and then gives it to the Ukrainians for the exact same thing. Biden sexuals, I do not know how you can justify still voting for this man. Y'all got to really reconsider your thoughts. You understand? Red leader standing by. Yes, indeed. Phantom Beats. What's going on, my brother? Buzzham, I see you in the house. So, real quick, this is a weekly wrap up, of course. So we have to discuss some of the things that happened this week. One of the things that I had that happened here locally, this. Um, yeah. So that happened, and Lord. This is just something that is, this is on our local news. And when you see something like, you're like, well, wait, these people making good money. What's really going on? I'm just saying. Hmm. Hmm. Let me see. Where is that at? Oh, is that disappearing? All right. And then also shout out to the brother Red Joker, Tetherall. Don't let your obsession with Tariq Nasheed rule your life. Mm, man, yeah. So if y'all haven't followed that brother on Twitter, yeah, you should do so. Go follow Red Joker because yeah, the content is absolutely fantastic, as you can see. Oh man, oh man. So again, we're just getting used to this new setup, um, which it seems pretty clear. Can you guys hear me pretty good? It seems like yeah, I can notice. I'll notice the difference in how it's broadcast. It's much clearer, and we are in 720 still. So already an instant strike on the old joint. Just saying. Oh, can't front. I mean, so I didn't change cameras. I mean, what can you say? I did not change cameras. Oh Lord. Well, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, yeah, brother. Thank you, Kid Gravity Beyond. Rain Love, I see in the house. Yes, Kid Gravity Beyond, absolutely. I've made the move over to Restream, as you can see. I gotta get used to the um, to the new such because everything is how people do the competition is flip flop than the others. But yeah, I can say I do like this. I definitely do like this. So yeah, y'all come on in as y'all are coming in. Please share this stream because, like we're talking about, I've moved uh, platforms that I use. So this is the inaugural restream broadcast. So here we are. I tried to set up a ticker. For some reason, it disappeared on me. I don't know what happened. It said here, add this. I added it, and it just left. So I don't know. We'll give me some time to get into this, and so far so good though. And also the different things that this can do for the same price, or actually, shoot, some things are even cheaper. But I mean, good grief. Um, hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of regret not making this move sooner. I think. What can I say? Yes, sir. Afro Elite in the house. B1, my brother. Buginis, I see in the house. You said a little crackling. That might be the end that you're hearing. If you guys hear a little crackling, I'm not sure what that is. But, we will work it out. So I guess first things first, let me see if I can. This will be my first video that I play. So again, we are testing this out together tonight. But as y'all know, we have had the whole Power 106 pull up situation. And Sister Nordo, shout out to her and all of the other uh, people who have been out there all of this, last week and this week, and for all the people who have supported it behind the scenes. Um, it's almost like nowadays people do not understand doing things behind the scenes. If it's not mentioned and broadcast on the media airwaves, then it has no validity. And it almost is like living in a era where everybody believes every meeting would like be in a magazine cover or something. I don't know. It just it's weird to me that oh, hey man, what are the plans? What? Well, if you're not saying this in public, I don't know what. I mean, why ain't what you telegraph your moves? Really? Okay. All righty. So, with that being said, they're out there again protesting, you know, mistreatment of black folks while exploiting the culture, as often is done. They are no newbies. Make sure ain't nobody calling me right when I'm live, because that. And this new dude, who I guess, obviously, somebody's calling him a Pan Africanist. Truth be told, he just appears to be a cloud chaser, um, for all intents and purposes, and going out there to purposely disrupt the message, kind of detour the message, and also start interjecting things that aren't even there. Like this dude, you're going to hear him say something about Kamala Harris being foundational Black America. It's like, when people throw out straw man lies, they throw out these weird arguments. Uh, Most of that really be ignored, and that's a tactic of distraction. Well, what about this? What about that? A person, well, what do we always say here? A person that avoids answering a direct question sure tells sign of a pathological liar. Take that how you will. I guess that's why some of the people were uh, upset at the end of my last live. The pathological lies, well, they be getting touched. But nonetheless, here's another one.
Said, notice how, would you like to have it all dialogue? Right, other people. Try to get out of our protest. Security.
She voted for Kamala Harris, but she's not. So Tiger's not in. Kamala Harris is. Okay, we got it.
This guy also said that to discuss Tiger. We're not here to discuss Tiger. We're not here to discuss. We're not here to discuss the American show.
No,
we are here to discuss the fact that powerful statistics totally appropriate our artists.
You're not.
While not hiring us. We are here to discuss the fact that our 106 does not hire Black Americans.
Now, see, the thing about is he's such a clown.
And then he said,
okay. Not sure how that just happened. But he's throwing something out there. Yeah, was she out there talking about Tiger? No, she wasn't. It's almost like, where did he get his marching orders from? He wasn't even clear on why he was out there. I could take it like that. Or I could take it that he was just trying to be a complete jerk and just be an absolute disruption. Of course, that could be. Tanya in the house. Who else? Because he's looking to be a disruption. Yes, kid grab Yeah, absolutely, brother. Um, and there's always those types that want to come around and be kind of an agent provocateur, uh, you know, and muddy up the waters. But that type of conversation, like, dude, I can't recommend it more than fix that for me. All right, we still getting this one figured out here. I guess they're having a communication issue with my skill here. Yeah. Still looks fairly clear though. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. And again, right back to a warning. Okay, that's for good. It must be YouTube because YouTube has a certain deal with the last platform. That's why I haven't been using my mic. And so they have a clause in there that they have a bill kind of block you from using your mic or not if they disagree with what the content is, whatever that means. Sonny 81, I see in the house. But yeah, so this is one of the things that we're going to have to look out for here, type of individuals, since they recognize they were getting with the because ain't nobody really worrying about what they talking about. And then again, you see how a lot of these other groups are feeling because see, right now the key migration has nothing to do with black immigrants. They're not getting billions of dollars. They damn sure not letting them come over here and launch. So it's like, why would you even center yourself in that conversation to say, well, when you talk immigration, you're talking about black African immigrants and all of that. Wow. Black farmers just got their money yanked and sent over to Ukraine. That has nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with us and this country going to the country that they're also being able to come here and reap the benefits here. Walk out of. That's double dipping on our back and on our dime. So what we're going to look at tonight, yes, again, please share this broadcast. Um, one thing we are going to have tonight is all of the failed promises of Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? We are going to have to look at all of these failed promises. Because he came in talking a good game. And I mean, man, I'm looking at some of these. One of the ads that I'm young cracker. Because I'm like, really? This guy is he is in a position right now that even with Donald Trump going down, again, remember on this broadcast, I've told you, Republicans absolutely need to steer away from Trump. And right now, it can run a garbage can lid against Joe Biden and win. Get Trump out of your mind. He got way too much of a. And the one thing about it is they can't trust him, so they will not let. I mean, man, the whole White House will fall on that dude before they let him back up on them grounds again. Papa Rage 2.0. I was going in and out. Yeah, well, you never know. You never know. We just have to keep an eye on it. I keep getting this notification over here, like, oh, well, here, hit this, and then it'll clear it up for a second. I'll get like, oh, it's good, and then all of a sudden, it's not again. Yeah, okay, that's excellent connection now. I didn't even click anything now. Yeah, that works. Well, I guess we're okay. We're good to go. All right. So again, Joe broken promises. And there's a lot of Democratic Shield minions coming on out right now. This Pan-Africanist. If you'll notice, most of them are going to be Democratic Shields. So that's something to keep in mind. That. And, okay, let me get something else in here. Oh, no, that's what I want to do. Oh, okay. There's something else that I'm just realizing you could do as well. Okay. All right. Noticing some things. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So we're going to start with this because we have to address the Black Biden sex rule because that's who's going to be in our face. Talking about we got to vote. We got to vote for this. We got to vote for that. Vote, vote, vote. Why ain't you voting? One of the reasons why is because you're not keeping promises. And so, with that being said, this is an campaign ad for Joe Biden's last. Now, this is going to be fun.
Is the story of America. It's the story of a people who have pushed this country to live up to its stated ideas. But Black people have always believed in the promise of a better America. At this moment we're in now, we must choose to fight for that America. And just like our ancestors who stood up to the violent racists of a generation ago, we will stand up to this president. No more. Because America is better than him. So we choose to be bold. We choose to bring back justice, respect, and dignity to this country. We choose Joe Biden to lead us all towards that American promise together.
So, okay. That's how it started. I mean, come on, man. That's how it started. And look at he coming in. They made it seem like this dude was going to be a different Donald Trump. Now, all of the people who are in this situation are old enough to know that because they're all old civil rights fossils. So, I mean, these are people, when I say traitors, and I mean, a lot of people don't know what I'm saying because I'm one that advocates for respecting failure of your future generations. I absolutely not. If that's not something that we can address, in my estimation, you want us to fail. What they say, if you don't learn your history, then you're doomed to repeat it. So why on earth would you not want us to be able to defend ourselves from you know like Dr. Cress Wilson and Dr. You said my camera is running at 1080. Oh, is that the is it nah no I'm just running it's a 720 30. Now I just gotta same camera, different system. I guess it's just processing it different because I can notice it's clear. Sure, most definitely notice clear. Yeah, but I mean that's crazy, ain't it? Man, what am I? Man, what bump this thing up to 1080? Good grief! I had to go get me some. What's that? Alta. Give me some Clinique. Oh Lord. Okay. Yeah, yeah. We only at 7:30. So let me see. What do I need to get next? Um, that Better America. Is it better for y'all yet? Has this thing got better for you yet? You said it sounds like my mic. There's some pixelated screen, but hey, we'll get through it. I'll say, well, hopefully, this doesn't last. Maybe it's just now. I don't know why there's crackling. That's crazy. I don't even know where that crackling would be coming from. Huh. I do see in my thing though. You said you had audio and visual issues a moment ago. Yeah, I saw that. Um, no, it's something. I'm looking at my YouTube studio. It's something about the communication between the two systems. Um, and I don't know. Maybe if I restart everything, then maybe that will fix it. But we will power through. Where's that? Okay. Uh, yeah, let's go back here. So you got to understand how things begin. And I always often talk about the thing that y'all don't understand when you talk about like the Dixiecrats, Hillary Clinton, and also um, Joe Biden. They both hail from the Dixiecrat crowd. So most of them moved over to Republican, but then some of them also stayed behind in the Democratic Party and just became more subtle. But as we can see, still clearly about the same agenda. So let's show you some Dixiecrats, shall we?
The Southern revolt against President Truman reaches its climax at Birmingham under the rights banner. Alfalfa Bill Murray comes out of retirement to join in the protest against the president's civil rights program. More than 6,000 flocked to the Rump Convention to select the presidential ticket. In the forefront move are Alabama and Mississippi delegates who bolted the Democratic National Convention at Philadelphia. 13 southern states are represented in the uproarious session which precedes the nomination of multiplier and fielding right of the city as party standard bearer. Governor Thurman directs the civil rights flank.
It simply means that it's another effort on the part of the president to dominate the country by force and to put into effect these uncalled for and damnable proposals he has recommended under the guise of so-called civil rights. And I tell you, the American people, from one side or the other, had better and oppose such a program. And if they don't, the next thing will be a totalitarian state in these United States.
Well, now. Well, now. A totalitarian state. Now, this is who has pretty much politically raised Joe Biden. Now, how on earth can you ever convince yourself that with that type of tutelage, whatever is there like that just went away? Kid Harry Strong was a super racist. Facts. Shawana S., I see you, Aboriginal woman, Miss Lady, y'all. Indeed. And now we can see all on the screen. And that's the other benefit of Restream. Is you can actually see ourselves. So there's a double whammy on that one. Oh, matter of fact, let me go this quick. Don't forget the exalted Cyclops Robert Byrd. Absolutely. Man, exalted Cyclops, I'll say. Damn grand wizard. Like, man, I don't know what people be thinking about these folks, but y'all better understand, man. All they did was get savvy. Like, people think that if they can't be a hard up racist, then they was just gonna pack up and go home. No, no, you figure out how to get the job done, no matter what, right? Come on, man. TJ, I see you in the house. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, Strom was an absolute super racist. All right, let me go in here real quick. Handle this real quick. Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave the chat open for non-subscribers for now. If the things start popping up foolish, then okay. That's a whole nother thing. My last broadcast was all subscribers. Matter of fact, you know what? How did anybody get in like that? Because y'all remember how I was getting spammed? Y'all remember how the chat was getting spammed last broadcast? And non-stop, they just kept coming back. It's like, wait a minute. Okay, I see the pixelating thing now. All right, come on now, let's get it together here. I see the pixelating thing right now. Yeah, y'all need to fix that part. Okay. So, with that being said, that was Strom Thurmond. And, and if y'all don't know, who helped Joe Biden draft those crime bills was that jolly fella you just heard. You think it's an accident that those laws just targeted black people? When the person you look up to and admire the most, and I mean, hey, don't take my word for it. And peep something about this. Joe Biden is going to mention
a 29-year-old and one ends up being Strom Thurmond. Strom told me, he said, Joe, there has to be a Democrat as president. It might as well be you. And after I dropped out of the race, he came to me and said, don't worry about it. He said, you got a good 30 years.
Al Gore Sr. died a Democrat. George Wallace died a Democrat. These racist sheriffs and senators and governors,
yeah, that makes no difference, Larry Elder. But nonetheless, you heard Crime Bill Joe. You know, he's praising Strom Thurmond, man. And these are the people who he was down with. We were trying to tell y'all that before y'all voted for this disaster. But, you know, nobody wanted to hear us. You know, we didn't know what we was talking about. We were what y'all were calling stuck on. Well, turn. I'm saying, my heaven tides have turned. Because at the end of the day, what can you say now? Y'all was dead wrong. I was stuck on stupid and not smart enough to withhold our vote. And we're tearing down the party and this and all that crap. Yeah, okay. Samuel Logan said, "It's me. Is it me, or am I having a problem?" Yeah, there's. I'm using a stream or a restream now, and it looks like there's. I'm having some kind of glitchy issue between the communication between both platforms. I'm not sure why. Um, hopefully, it doesn't get too bad that I have to like shut it down. Uh, we will try to get through it. If it's getting too bad, um, then maybe we'll try to restart. Um, but we will work it out. We'll work it out. We'll see how it's going. You know, matter of fact, let's see something here. So with this whole Joe Biden and the Democrats, basically what they're going on a mission is try to say that people like us that are saying no tangibles, no vote are promoting voter suppression, which that's simply not true. We're actually talking about voting empowerment. You're not being empowered to vote for nothing. When you vote and get something, now you're using your vote for empowerment. Other than that, no, you're not. And that's the element that people seem to miss because all they thought was vote, 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 vote. End of discussion. End of the conversation. We're voting, we're voting, we're voting. Wow, we finally made it here. You need more than that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, okay. You got a storm rolling through? Oh man, man. Yeah, well, man. Shelter in place, I guess. That's because you do not want to be out here because y'all knew 3 people died at the White House on a fluke. Lightning struck right in the front of the White House while they were over there visiting or tourists. 2 of them died on Johnny on the spot, and then the other person died in the hospital. Yeah, no. You said your bag had to pick up your daughter. Oh, okay. Well, welcome back. Let me see if I can get that there. Okay, I keep seeing that um, the little pixelated screen. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it's trying to dumb down the camera. So we'll say it is noticeably different. Okay, but nonetheless, the show goes on. So let's see. Let's get into. We will be talking a little bit about the. I'm sure y'all have space from Monday, and of course we will be having our space this Monday as well. Um, we might have to make a little intro for that. You know what I'm saying? But something that I noticed, and I keep hearing something when it's these weird conversations when they're directed at me, that they kind of keep mentioning. They keep mentioning Congress, so I'm assuming they are mentioning Marcel. So by they speaking me by proxy, I guess. Yeah, yo, you won't do this. Okay, calm down. But just for sake of argument, for those of you who don't know, Marcel Dixon is back on the campaign trail. So still not went anywhere. Of course, this time people will not have the opportunity to say they are unaware of who he is. So just for a refresher,
What you to Wade Hampton. Wade Hampton was just in the state of South Carolina. This was one of the largest slave holding states. Here on the Capitol grounds, the monument. If South Carolina wants to recognize and remember this period of history, then it is incumbent upon South Carolina and the United States as a whole to repair the damage that has come from this period in history. At the end of the Civil War, Black Americans who are descendants of American slaves, legislatively called freemen, were supposed to receive their 48 acres in and that instead the Black Wall Streets burnt to the ground. They experienced Jim Crow, they experienced redlining, which robbed them of billions of dollars of wealth. In order for America to heal, Black America has to be repaired. I am running to repair Black America because until we all stand, we all have fallen.
all right. So again, yeah, we'll be talking about that as well. But see, understand, they have elected to ignore fixing Black America, and that definitely does not need to go unresponded to, which has by our so-called Black leaders, which they will come out and say what the Democrats have done and this and they have done that, and that's not so. We have not seen them deliver on what they have said they would deliver on. But they like to tell us that. So let's see. Let's go to first. Let's go to our leaders, so called. Let's hear what, because they like to say we're the most progressive, this and that and that. We're fired up and yes, blah blah blah. Well, just as a reminder of this would be roughly close to 2 years ago.
We're not accepting the everyday. We're putting the envelope because as the Congressional Black Caucus.
get the entire executive to sit with you. It is not often that you come to the White House and you get more time than was scheduled. We know you usually but the Congressional Black Caucus.
And you got more time to get talked to like children. What a win. What a win. Wow. Look, y'all. Now, I gave y'all this, and if that wasn't enough, well, then to hell with y'all. I mean, man, I put it to you like this. These old politicians will sit up there and let somebody like that talk. They're upset that we're saying we don't want to vote for somebody like that. How on earth could you vote for somebody that's willing to talk to you like that? He don't have no respect for you. He damn sure crapped on our futures a long time ago. I mean, that would be insane to think he gave a damn about us. But, you know, we still have brain-dead Negroes that still convince themselves of that. Well, let's see here. Let's go to this one first. I mean, I'm talking about, we're just going to go with the simple reports of what they are putting out. We're making stories like used. We're tired of being used. It's not about liking a party over the other. It is at this point is us liking us better than being abused by anyone else. Desmond Works, I see you in the house. What's going on, my brother? I mean, because, man, these people literally just think we are here to be abused. In Flournoy, I see you. No, it is not it's not a speed issue. That definitely ain't it. You know, it just might be one of them things that I would hope it would be rectified with a reset. And again, this broadcast was not scheduled through this particular. So that I don't know if it's not, but that's what happened. So maybe that's probably partly why we're having a glitch. Nonetheless, let's see. So here's another. Let's check out the reports on your guy.
Back to job loss this year, my plan will help create at least 5 million new, good paying jobs. We created 6 million new jobs, more jobs in 1 year than any time before. My infrastructure plans to revitalize American infrastructure so the future is made in America. Together with the infrastructure bill, the lives will be changed for the better. Now let me sign it. In today's briefing, we discussed meet our goal of 100 million. Today we hit a million shots. I'm looking forward to making sure there's a blessing on the Supreme Court to make sure we in fact get every representation. My nominee for the United States Supreme Court is Judge Ketanji Jackson.
It has 132 years and 115 prior appointments for a Black woman to be selected to serve on the Supreme Court of the United States.
If I have the honor of being president, I will end the Muslim ban on day one.
One of President Biden's first moves was to Trump's Muslim travel ban.
If I'm on my cabinet, my administration will look like the country, and I commit that I will in fact pick a woman to be vice president. I have no doubt that I picked the right person to join me as the next vice president of the United States of America, and that's Kamala Harris. That's why we're going to carbon pollution-free electric sector by the year 2035. I'm now going to sign the executive order to meet the climate crisis with American jobs and American ingenuity. And the first thing I will do, I will rejoin the Paris Accord. I will join the Paris Accord because with us out of it, look what's happening. It's all falling apart. I'm going to sign the commitment I made that we're going to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord.
The Trump administration the rights of transgender people, banning them from military service. How will you then reverse this dangerous and discriminatory agenda and ensure that the lives and rights of LGBTQ people are protected under U.S. law?
I will flat out just eliminate those executive orders, number one.
Well, isn't that interesting? So you can do that. All right then. Okay, Joe.
President Biden's executive order repealing the Trump administration on transgender people serving in the U.S. military.
We should be bailing them out now, those small businesses. They need the help. In the last month, we've increased the share of funding for small businesses with fewer than 10 employees, 60%.
All right. So how, getting lied to, over and over again. So many people just act like that's not happening. Like, man, come on, man, you too hard on him, man. What can he do? He said, yes, I laugh so hard. Everything he says is blah, blah, blah. Man, cut the check. And, everything else. You can talk about everything else under the sun, except for our reparations. Go figure. So, okay, we have him in enriched lies, and then also mentioning all the other things that he did that benefited other people. Now, the Muslim ban, when you consider that, most of Afghanistan is Muslim. So, finest crown in the house, Black First, my sister. I see you in the house. Yes, indeed. Look at how they do us, family. Come on. So, Black Democrats, earlier this year, were kind of being a little more honest about how 2022 looked. Obviously, they have pulled back from that message that came out earlier. Somebody must have pulled some coattails and said, hey, wait a minute. Y'all can't be saying nothing like that now. We're not believing that we have cast our last vote. Very important wording that these people are using. Like, you're concerned the Democrats getting their last vote? You feel that close to being over. All right. So, again, let's hear from Black Democrats. This is about January.
To filibuster reform, can you get this done?
I'll ask questions about complicated subjects like, can you get this done? I don't know whether we're going to get this done. guess, anyway. And I'm not sure either. But anyway, I hope we can get this done. I'm not sure, but one thing for certain, like every other major civil rights bill that came along, if we miss the first time, we can come back and try it a second time. We missed this time. And the state legislative bodies continue to change the law, not as to who can vote, but who gets to count the vote.
Like in South Carolina? Like how Clyburn was, responsible and over the counting of the votes of the state that her father is an elected official in. I mean, hey, I'm not saying that there's any particular foul play, but one could just situations of election, erring on the side of honesty and total transparency. Isn't that kind of a little bit of a conflict of interest? Oh, I'm just overthinking. I don't know.
Count the vote. Count the vote. It's about coercion, not just whether or not people get to vote. Who counts the vote? That makes this so different than anything else we've ever done. I don't know that we can get it done, but I know one thing. As long as I have a breath in me, as long as I'm in the White House, as long as I'm engaged at all, I'm going to be fighting to change the way these legislatures have moved. Thank you.
Why does it sound to me like he's just like, it's me? Why is it just me? Or does it just sound does it sound like that to you? Like, hey, and this is gonna be our turn, and this is time we're gonna have the ballots in our hand, and we're gonna be able to rig our own votes. I don't know, maybe I'm just hearing it wrong. I don't know. Kind of my stomach hurting more after hearing that BS. I mean, good grief. Boy, these people. Eh. So again, we are going through now. Let's get to some of the real empty promises. Yeah, they should. Other black politicians should start saying, "Oh yeah, it's kind of looking a little bleak." Yeah. Oh, whoa. That's right. Before we get to that, we have to take all things into account. And not everything that's going on do they ever want to put in the news. But in the new black media right here on the Beatzilla PDX official show, I have been telling you for months about Africa, China, and Russia. Maybe you guys have not seen or heard or read Kim Jong-un had a offered 1,000 volunteer fighters to fight Ukraine. Said, you don't say. That remind me of something that went down back in March. Y'all remember this?
저는 대성공으로 평가됐습니다.
Uh-oh. So you have to always watch the international implications. Um, you know, Lord. Like I said, I've been telling you right here about the international connections. So, okay, you have North Korea communicating with Putin. You got Putin communicating with Iran. Anybody here where we're going? They say that world, that WW3 ain't on the way. I don't know.
As always, Africa has fought on a lot of side factors. Until World War carved up by world powers, it was a hotbed of exploitation and discrimination. 7 decades later, the world powers are back. Russia, the US, China. First to visit was Sergei Lavrov, the foreign minister of Russia. He traveled to Egypt, Ethiopia, Uganda and Congo. Lavrov's visit had two objectives. A, to show that his country still has allies. Many African countries have refused to condemn Russia's war in Ukraine. Lavrov's visit was supposed to reaffirm those ties. And B, to control Africa's resources. I'm talking about both human and natural resources. Africa is home to 30% of global mineral reserves. It is also an emerging market for foreign products. Russia wants a chunk of both. Now, Lavrov, 2 weeks later, the US has their foreign minister, Secretary of State Antony Blinken. He landed in South Africa earlier this week. He kicked off his visit with this promise.
The United States will not dictate Africa's choices. Neither should anyone else. The right to make these choices belongs to Africans, and Africans alone.
Sounds like a good line, doesn't it? One of those statements that history books tend to like. But beyond that, does it signify anything? The whole point of Blinken's visit is to build up U.S. influence. You may not be seeing it, but Blinken China. Is that not dictating choices? Why else did Blinken rush to Africa immediately after Lavrov? Let's keep the romanticism aside for a moment. Let's focus on the power play. Blinken's schedule is politically significant. His first stop is South Africa. Their government has traditionally been neutral to global conflicts. In Ukraine too, they have not picked. It's key to the continent's future. A, it is politically stable, and B, it is the second largest African economy. So good ties with South Africa are high on America's agenda. Blinken's second stop is the Congo, one of the most richly endowed African countries. It has deposits of diamond, gold, copper, tin, and lithium, all minerals. The US is hoping to gain access to these deposits, or if they can't access, keep Russia and China out. The final stop is Rwanda, an important ally of the United States. It is also involved in a conflict in eastern Congo, so Blinken will be hoping to hit two birds with one stone. Use his leverage over Rwanda to ease the tensions in the Congo. Will it work? We'll find out soon enough. On paper, the US is well placed to build ties in Africa. They have deep pockets, they have the military infrastructure, they have no colonial in Africa. So why have they not performed well? Because of poor leadership. Barack Obama transformed America's Africa policy. After all, he was the first African-American president of the US. His father was a Kenyan government official. But like most of Obama's policies, it was a failure. All talk, no action. Donald Trump was a step further. He insulted. In fact, Trump never visited African country as US president. Imagine that. 4 years, 0 visits to Africa. And during this time, Russia and China were busy. Russia built ties with Africa. China built economic ties. Let's start with Russia. Their mercenaries in multiple African wars in Mali, in the Central African Republic, and in Libya. They also buy out of Russian weapons of Africa's military imports from Russia. This includes tanks, fighter jets, helicopters, guns, all sorts of weapons. This defense trade has given Russia diplomatic clout in Africa. I'll give you an example. In the month of March, the United Nations passed a resolution condemning Russia's war. 35 countries abstained from voting. 35. Out of these, 15 countries were from Africa. In other words, they're not willing to hurt Russia's sentiments.
Are y'all understanding what's happening right there? An Aboriginal woman already mentioned it in the comments. Now, they just said, you got that's a what that are refusing to even participate. What that tell you? America does not hold the influence that it wants people to believe, especially us. Because if Africa over there is saying, hey, these folks are throwing us a big deal. And right now, if you got like see, Australia's kind of the odd man out, and China's punking the hell out of Australia right now because Australia had a sweet deal. Like almost how a lot of immigrants come here and think that they could disrespect us here in our land. When you tend to see that, yeah, it's kind of the same type of attitude. So China's like, no, you ain't finna respect us and think we less than. When the people that you are kissing their tails, they're in debt to us too. So you're going to respect us. So yeah, China is the odd man, Australia is the odd man out because they don't have any. Their only protection is America, and they're doing business with China's like, hey, you're trying to side with it. You're gonna have to treat. If you're gonna stay neutral, then you stay neutral. But if you're gonna make a decision one way or the other, now you're taking sides. And then we will consider that an act of aggression. I said, oh, strong words. And, you know, he said, well, so are you saying that you are willing to go to work or go to war? His response, look, what I am saying that the Chinese people want to and will be respected by all measures. I said, oh, okay. You would respect us the way that you respect America. Y'all better wake up. People ain't playing with y'all out here.
Now, coming to China, in 2009, they overtook the US to become Africa's largest trading partner. Total trade, almost $254 billion. They're also the largest investor. In the last 5 years, China pumped $70 billion into Africa. This money is spread across 287 projects. Most of them are white elephants. They're designed to push Africa into a debt trap, but then these countries have. It's either poverty or debt trap. Not really a good choice to make. So compared to Russia and China, America is playing catch-up. The question is how fast can they close the gap? A lot depends on Joe Biden's strategy. If he's serious about Africa, he needs a broader plan. He needs to get all Western partners on the same page. France, for example. Yes, they are a former colonial power, but France has considerable clout in the continent. Secondly, he needs to loosen his purse strings. I'm not talking about buying Africa's support. I'm talking about genuine investments in Africa, safer alternatives compared to China and Russia. And all of this will take time. It won't happen by Antony Blinken. It will take a long-term plan with serious political capital. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.
Well. Africa will become China. It's kind of shaping up that way. Kind of interesting how they come around in our midst talking down on us, huh? Now, again, with these broken promises, the rest of the world can see Joe Biden clearly for what he is. The problem here is black folks, black, especially the Biden sexuals, absolutely will not see him for who he is at all. But, you know, when you have the rest of the world that is paying attention at some point in time, man. But, you know, hey, I think we have to just write some folks off at this point. So let's get into the farmers. A few interviews from the farmers because we know how this just recently ended. So because see, when it's around the time to where you have to make Joe Biden look good, then everybody pumps up something. But now we know what it is.
As we think about the farmers and the headwinds that they face, I can think of a number of them. Fertilizer costs, labor shortages. What challenge is the greatest in your mind?
Well, all of the challenges greatest right now. You know, we have the high cost of diesel fuel. I've been farming for 39 years, and I've never experienced paying $6 for a gallon of diesel fuel. Last year, I was paying $200 and some odd dollars a triple 17 fertilizer. This year, I'm paying $1,200 a ton for the same amount of fertilizer. All of these are upfront costs for farmers and truckers who are hurting here as well. $12 to fill up a tractor trailer in this country. And we're facing inflation, and America's, the consumers, the American people, are going to feel they go to the grocery store.
And that's happening as we speak, is it not? The American people will feel it at the grocery store. Boy, he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. I mean, you feeling it grocery store, gas station. Like gas here is still not under $4. However, food, you know, the increase of that has went up, skyrocketed. We have, of course, you have homeless crisis nonstop everywhere around the doggone world, and everybody acts like it doesn't exist. Okay, put this in here. Bear with me 1 second. Of course, y'all know I am just moving through thing here. Okay, there we go. That's one. Okay, there we go. I didn't realize there was a ticker over here. Okay, so let me get that out of here. Okay, bear with me 1 second. I'll get this other video in here. I mean, so these farmers, man, have been getting towed up. And then you also have a lot of money. Black farmers still was stalled. And for the fund that was for the black farmers just got stalled out. Joe Biden removes his support for that to give the money to the Ukraine. But man, we need to vote for that man. I mean, come on, man. You want Trump to get in there, man? Come on, man. Man, come on, baby. Man, we've been voting forever, man. Biden, ZNAJ, Biden dogged out the black farmers train. Facts.
Ask people. I'm going to buy seed and all of the other implements that I just spoke about. Those things bought first, and crop insurance comes last. The way to fit is to put things in place to help America's farmers right now and put America's farmers first. The administration isn't talking enough about the plight of what's going on with America's farmers. We're losing farmers every year that we don't take action, and that's going to hurt us here at home. High cost of food, that's going to affect every American that walks into the supermarket. And my question today is, have you been to the supermarket lately and looked at these food prices? We have to find a way to invest in infrastructure for farmers and farmers first, and put more small-scale farmers back into business.
John, before we let you go, does the Washington ivory tower elite know what you're going through? Do they know what it's like to farm? Do they know what it's like to walk into a have to pay $10 for a loaf of bread? Do they know that?
Well, I tell you right now, the hard man. It never stops. It's 7 days a week. And it's the only occupation, people, that's not Republican, it's not Democrat. That dirt on the ground, that soil that I farm every day, doesn't ask me what color I am, what I look like, can I farm and raise that commodity. The administration has to look at agriculture and farming in that aspect and fix the problem for the American farmers in this country. If not, we're going to be on the losing end. And I think a lot of people are going to show up to the polls and make those decisions in the coming months, with midterm elections coming. So the administration needs to, I'm here again asking for the meeting with the president because he committed to that. And the way I was raised by my daddy, John Boyd Sr., a very humble farmer, when you give the man his word, you need to honor your word.
Right.
So I'm hopeful that the administration will come to the table and address these long we have here.
There are only a few things you really need to survive in life: air, water, and food.
Ooh-wee. Joe Biden ain't ish. And it's going to these doofuses coming around soon here. Hey, man, y'all trying to dismantle the credit, man. You see what this dude is trying to dismantle the black community, and has been doing so from being taught by Strom Thurmond all the way to today. I don't understand how nobody can. So here's the newest video from the brother. There we go. Let's come over here.
When they're getting all white farmers were getting all of the money all the time. When like myself faced real brutal discrimination, I've been spat on, I've been called the N-word, I've been called colored, had my application torn up and thrown in the trash can by the United States Department of Agriculture, Farmers Home Administration, Farm Service Agency.
Wow.
Where they investigated and said they were found guilty of discriminating against me. And many other black farmers and farmers of color fit that definition and, through a proven pattern in court. And what the USDA isn't acknowledging now, that the discrimination still exists. And that's what's hurting us in court.
Oh, he mentioned. He also mentioned the people of color thing. But to that regard, that damn sure does not mean immigrant. He's talking citizens. Child, because obviously it's necessary. Um, because people will say, "Hey, man, you know, he can't do all of this, he can't do all of that." No, 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 no. Racism wasn't going to end just because we didn't say it would. Matter of fact, we told you racism would continue, if not increase, under Joe Biden. But let's give all the Black Biden sexuals a reminder of what they was talking about.
The story of Black America is the story of America. It's the story of always believed in the promise of a better America. So, at this moment we're in now, we must choose to fight for that better America. And just like our ancestors who stood up to the violent racists of a generation ago, we will stand up to this president and say, no more. Because America is better than him. So we choose to be bigger. We choose to bring back justice, respect to this country. We choose Joe Biden to lead us all towards that American promise together.
Oh, Lord. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Peace, James Anderson. Welcome, welcome. Lord. Now, that's how it started. We're going to do all of this against you addressing racism and all of this. And now you have this black farmer up here. Now, can y'all understand why I titled the show The Way I Did? Joe Biden's broken promises. Oh, man. Logan, absolutely. You have been suckered. And I mean, that's why this is a recent picture. This is from like earlier today. It's like, thanks, doofuses, I got you. 4 years on you. See, when Joe Biden think of black people, he thinks of this. Oh man. Oh Lord. Oh. Mm. Woo. Y'all need to get that to some bundles, man. I mean, have y'all look like on television? Oh man. It's like that ain't even a divester wig. That's something else. Oh my Lord. Me and my wife was watching the news. It's like, yo, what's up? Oh, you can't be serious. Oh, yeah. Sorry, sister, but good grief. That is a beast. So again, we're talking about broken promises. One thing about broken promises is the other people who are looking to benefit from our promises, i.e., the tether class. So, first off, we always this big to do over Tariq Nasheed, Tariq this, Tariq that, Tariq's the leader of FEA, Tariq's the leader of this, Tariq's the leader of that. Well, hold on. Maybe we always say, maybe it is just that we all are in agreement. Black people can tend to agree with each other from time to time, when we have common interests. So, I mean, what's so funny? Now, how is it that there are so many black churches that have existed over the course of time and there was no black leader of churches, but now there's some the people say we agree on and hey, this is a leader. See, when you start hearing that type of talk, that's how you know you have an agent in your midst. And yeah, we're gonna have to address that part too. Let me get this real quick. Okay. Now, with that being said, let me shout out once again the brother because he is giving a good solid message for those who need. oh, oh man, yeah. So shout out Red Joker, man. Ooh. And also, yeah, this is so the tether all, man. Tether all. Now we have to do something because a lot of people that come in our midst and they like to pop off crazy on us. And yeah, we're gonna have to we be doing a little review. Matter of fact, and shout out to a clip of it, which I'm gonna just use here because what you're hearing is a classic roast. And I guess let that be an advertisement for the calling card of the certified truth. Getting a solid dose of the certified truth right there. But before I get to the next part, let's hear from Brother Malcolm.
Malcolm. Well, I said the same thing that everybody says, that his assassination was the result of the climate. But only I said the chickens came home to roost, and which means the same thing.
And that is happening right now for these doggone Democrats and these ungrateful tethers. The chickens are coming home to roost, and the truth is coming out. And see, as a person, no, there is a culture of here to come at us and say that we're saying all is disingenuous. And I'll show you why.
Are coming into this country.
Oh, wait, let me get that. There we go. Back that up. All right. There we go.
When you're coming into this country, and I currently work in the immigration movement space, particularly around anti-Blackness, even within the immigration space, and I work with a number of organizations that work with Black undocumented immigrants and so on and so forth. And I think it's important to think of the process of migration coming into this country, the process of becoming a U.S. citizen. I've worked with a number of settlement groups who bring folks and do the integration process. And there is a very intentional project of anti-Blackness and framing the African American community as one that, recent immigrants need to distance themselves from. There's definitely an intentional sort of process of highlighting how certain minority groups, model minority groups are, have upward mobility. So it's kind of like a warning, right? Don't align yourself with this group, right? These Black people, because then your outcomes are going to be XYZ. What that does, first of all, it creates, animosity. It brings a group of, immigrants and communities that already are having sort of animus, as well as, don't do this and you will, have some sort of positive outcome. And that in and of itself is anti-Black. It creates a caste system in the US, which is, Black and African American position at the very bottom. It's a very intentional project of immigration, very intentional project of all policies that have been enacted, even the formation of the United States. I think that that's something that we really need to think about. It's also reinforced, as you said, Selma, in Hollywood.
Well, now, how's about that? Let's see. How many got in here? Where is it? Wow. So they have the talk. Needless to say, when they act like that's not true, but they know that it is, they have that talk. And look at, how they will address as if we don't know that they have the talk. Of course we know, especially at this point. Oh boy, I have to get all of my stuff back in here. I had my last studio up so long that I have to now go back through and find where all of my clips are. But hopefully, that won't take me all forever. You dig? But nonetheless, what y'all think about that? So when these people come over here, well, okay, so I'm gonna come into this room and I'm gonna say like, man, I really don't know or what foundational Black Americans is. I'm unfamiliar. I hear some rhetoric. Okay, we don't have rhetoric. We give clarity. There's a difference. See, other people will give you rhetoric. We will give you clarity. So sometimes people don't like our clarity, and that's okay. Not really going to change anything, but yes, that is okay. They're playing dumb again. Absolutely, they always do that, and they'll come into our rooms, come into these spaces, and hey, I don't understand. I heard some rhetoric. No, you didn't hear any rhetoric. But that's how they do. Let me see. What do I need to do? Get this out of here.
Get that it's okay to take the cape off.
And I was actually trying to get that out of my studio. Working out the kinks, ladies and gentlemen, working out the kinks. Get this in here. There is something that I need y'all to see, and I'm gonna let this play in its entirety because actually I retweeted this Jewish man, and I will tell you he is a Jewish man, and he spoke up on foundational Black Americans' behalf. I ended up retweeting him, and actually he ended up liking my retweet. And I can't argue with his point. He is absolutely correct. But I'm glad he gave a nice, well ratification. So when these people come over here, because now that you have heard a whole panel of them talking about something they all agree that they are aware on. Now, my last broadcast, you saw people talking about how we don't have, we are, what do you say, was the preach and not preach. No, that was fresh and fit. And then the other weirdo immigrant dude, the Nigerian, always talking about how we're envious of their success and we their success and be more like them, will be successful. Let me tell you something. No, that's just not gonna happen. So nonetheless, I'm still waiting for it to load. It's almost up in here. And I think y'all will find it pretty interesting what this guy is about to say. Like, I ain't mad at you, brother. Like I said, we need more non-black folks to say the truth. Because right now, it's really only us. Outside of us, there's a very slim margin of people that will legitimately speak the truth, especially about when it comes to reparations. They like to hold, hey, I don't want to get involved type of attitude. Hey, man, ain't no sideline sitters here, and then you're going to try to come over and partake in our the end spoils, I guess. Hell no. So, with that being said, let me play this video here for you.
Grandfather is a Holocaust survivor. His name is Karl Voldman. My grandfather's family is from Poland. My grandpa survived the war, but his mother and his father were killed. All four of his grandparents were killed. They're killed in Treblinka, or they're killed in the hometown of Stashev. And I grew up watching my grandfather live every day with the pain of what happened to him as a child. And my grandpa, though, receives a reparations check every month. I believe it's $700. And the check does not in any way independently repair his relationship with Germany, but it does something, and I've been really moved to learn about what the German country and the German people have done to try to right the wrong of the Holocaust. I've been to Germany very briefly. I haven't been to Berlin yet, but I've heard that when people visit Berlin, there's stones that are in the residences of German families, or Jewish German families that were killed. And I've been really moved by what the German government has done in welcoming immigrants to their country, and the role that the German government has played in trying to chart a new course and really own their past. And I have hope that we can learn from the way in which the German country has owned their past here in America by owning our own past of racial terror. And that reparations can be one step, both financial reparations and otherwise.
Yeah, when you have people like that speaking up. Oh, man, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, let me get this in here. See what's coming on in here. Everybody wants that check, absolutely, and I'm glad. He actually said something about being able to look at the situation over here for foundational Black Americans, because absolutely, uh, truth be told, very few people are saying, "Hey, we need to do that." So, yeah, without question, without question. And hey, man, remember Afro Elite when I was telling you the the people that was already meeting behind the scenes for the California Reparations Committee? They had a whole subcommittee. How we gonna get them that money? They think they just gonna get that bag by themselves. No, hey Ndugu, hey Njinge, we gonna get a bars too. Now y'all might remember. I think you was in that space, Afro. Like this is some months back when the African dude hopped up. I think it was Tariq Nasheed's space when he was talking about how we needed to share our reparation money with Africa. You remember that? I think it was like Nigerian. Like he was trying to make this straw man argument about Man, they had a committee for the committee. Man, when we say these people come from a stabbing culture, I mean, we ain't making this up. We ain't making this up. They got a whole CARICOM in the Congressional Black Caucus. Yeah. Still Kevin Trees, man, Black first. You say you remember? Man. Oh man, these people be coming in these spaces like, oh, you would be amazed, man. Amazed. But here's another thing that damn man, Biden sexuals, man, y'all took a major L. And y'all taking a major L. And for every Black intersectionality, we'll call yourself, because I don't believe you really exist. But one who cares, I see you. AK Sour God, I see you. This woman here is really letting you understand what the agenda of, like Brother Torian Rain says, the academy. And it's going to be very hard to deny it, that this is an agenda when you have educators that specialize in fields like this.
My name is Miranda. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist in Erie, Pennsylvania. And today I want to talk about minor attracted persons. And I want to talk about minor attracted persons because they are probably the most vilified population of folks in our culture. And most folks are making incorrect assumptions about them without actually knowing much about them. And those assumptions create harm for an already marginalized population. You may have noticed that I'm using the term minor attracted persons, sometimes abbreviated to MAPS, instead of the more commonly used term pedophile. And I'm doing this because the term pedophile has moved from being a diagnostic label to being a judgmental, hurtful insult that we hurl at people and harm them or slander them. I also prefer person first language that recognizes that any label we might apply to a person is only part of who they are and doesn't represent everything that they are. We are all people first with many different facets or parts of ourselves, and this includes folks who are attracted to minors.
Oh boy.
So let's talk about what a minor attracted person is or who they are. This term simply means that the person has an enduring sexual or romantic attraction to minors.
Now, to the intersectionalities or whatever the hell you call yourselves, the blame black men regime, the Black Trans Lives Matter, all Black Lives Matter. This is your handiwork. There's a whole educational structure centered around this. We already are well aware that most education systems are very liberal minded. So you have a whole bunch of a new wave of teachers specializing in madness like this. Why? Because the end goal is to normalize it. Now, maybe it's easier to see now versus when some of us were telling you so many years ago and you were calling us homophobic and transphobic, especially all of you on my Facebook page, all of you on the Instagram, and all up in an uproar about this or that or the other. Well, when my last 3 broadcasts, I've showed you 2 different individuals, both white, one white trans woman, I guess, or trans man, woman transitioning to a man, I believe. And then there's this woman. Both of them are educators, specializing in child sexuality. There's something with a strong backing coming your way. We tried years ago. Y'all fought us tooth and nail. See, here's the thing. Sometimes black men do actually know what they're talking about. Sometimes black women actually do know what they're talking about when they are talking for their community. But when we have a lot of black women out here who absolutely refuse and represent the agenda of the masses, this is what you get, Chrissy. Hey, clock is ticking on apology time. Me, player. Tapping on the door. Hey, man, this is you. That's why I'm posting all of this type of stuff on my Facebook. I'm gonna need y'all to come answer for this. Oh, ain't none of this gonna happen. Ain't none of this gonna happen. Yeah, it is. Because again, make no mistake, this is all happening under the Democrats. And this was a planned agenda. You don't have a curriculum without a thorough plan. So, meaning the party that you are wanting us to subscribe to has been down with this plan for a long time. Where the hell are your morals? Absolutely doggone ridiculous. Night Rider, sexual degenerates. Absolutely, brother. I mean, goodness, whose kids do you think they would be after first? It's called population control. It's to control the black population. Absolutely, not just the black population, the entire population in general. But see, the black population is specifically targeted because it has to be controlled. You know, again, there was a woman who came up in this one of our spaces, and she was under her own impression that let me get this in here. Somehow, you know, the system and the powers that be don't fear us. So no, ma'am. Don't you think for a second that's true? That ain't true. There we go. Okay. So I'm getting this queued up in here. And again, once again, let me take this quick little short intermission. This is the weekly wrapper.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, it's absolutely population control. They are you know, they want to control a lot of everybody. Yes, indeed. MF Doom, rest in peace. Yes, indeed. Bars. Serving up bars like a specialist. Beatzilla was some of the dopest tracks played on the YouTube show. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You know. So let me visit this so y'all are aware. Me and my brother Black Alpha Network, we have embarked on a something we're doing as a duo, certified truth, and we're doing that as a Twitter space as now. Every Monday, noon West Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. So for those of you, I'm not sure whether that is where you fit in between, but just know that it's 12 Pacific and then also at 3 Eastern. So wherever you fit in those time zones, we will be in Twitter space, live and direct, me and my brother, Black Alpha Network, as the certified truth, bringing it to us only we can. And just so you guys, you guys who have tuned in here, some of y'all might be new, and you might not have listened to our broadcast of the whole space. So a lot of people don't know. Oh, for real? Okay, so they have me doing it, looking like the reptilian. See, I told you. I told you them FBA cats, man, they reptilian. Uh-huh. Man, I seen him turn into an old lizard before my face, man. Why you call himself Beatzilla, man? Beatzilla must mean like Godzilla or something, man. He an old lizard, man. Oh, you know how crazy folks is, man. Oh Lord, all the overdo it, man. Well, if you really not, then prove it. Then, like, man, it is the system, brother. It's like, yo, stop lacing your weed with. You're saying things. Oh man, but man, nonetheless, let me get here because on here too long because obviously we got to work out these glitches or whatnot. So we will not be on for our typical long show. Maybe just for about another half hour or so. So with that being said, my brother Black Alpha clipped up some of the space from earlier. And again, y'all need to go follow us, me and this brother on Twitter again, and make sure that you are set your notifications to be notified when me and him go live in a space. Because that probably will be the one time out of the week that you will get a notification from me that I am starting a space. So be Mondays, Pacific time and 3 p.m. Eastern. Monday. We're going to be there. The Certified Beatzilla PDX Official and Black Alpha Network. So make sure that you tune in. So without further ado, man, let me go ahead and play you the clip that my brother aired earlier. And man, I'm going to just let it roll in its entirety. Y'all enjoy, man. Shout out to my brother Black Alpha, man.
Black Alpha Network. Power to the people.
Again, illegal immigration is definitely no friend to foundational Black America. Immigration itself is not any real big benefit to foundational Black Americans. It's been used as a tool against foundational Black Americans. That's not about the person, that's about the system. So the people who were able to use the system and it benefited them, great, but it never helped this community at all. It's only brought harm and took things away. Resources have been lost for this community and given to other communities that come from other places. That's not the right thing to do. We're not anything less than anything that should be respected for building a Hold on. Let me get that back in here. Wait a minute. I see what I did. Just 1 second, family. I have to put that back in. My bad. you was here. You was hearing the cooking beginning, wasn't you? Okay. Just bear with me 1 second. Let me get that back in. That's my bad. Hopefully, I'm not still doing the reptilian thing. Okay. There we go. All right.
Black Alpha Network. Power to the people.
Again, illegal immigration is definitely no friend to foundational Black Americans. Immigration itself is not any real big benefit to foundational Black Americans. It's been used as a tool against foundational Black Americans. That's not about the person, that's about the system. So the people who were able to use the system and it benefited them, great, but it never helped. It never helped this community at all. It's only brought harm and took things away. Resources have been lost for this community and given to other communities come from all right. So what I'm gonna do? Hold on. I'm gonna do this a different way. Let me do this. Family, I'm sure it's stopping on your end, and it. So let me do this. Oh Lord. Okay. This. I don't know if that should just alleviate my troubles. You know. Again, if you are just now tuning in, we are starting with a new platform that is different than the last. It has a lot of great features that I enjoy. However, I just need to learn them. So, with that being said, we are just now transitioning over into the Restream platform. So, please bear with us. It can do some things that I like that the other system could not do. So yeah, I'm liking it. I just got to get used to the controls. You know what I mean? So as you are watching right now, please like button. If you have not already shared this broadcast, please do so. And if you have not subscribed to this channel already, please do so now by hitting that notification bell, hitting the word all, so you will be notified anytime that this channel goes live or uploads a video, which of course we do both here. So you will be fully informed if you hit the word all. That's what YouTube says they'll do. And also, if you have not already double checked, please go double check and make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Because they like to unsubscribe people as well. This is a small channel, but and I was shadow banned before I even created a channel. So there's that. So I mean, I don't really trip off of much, especially when this little small platform, you can hear people talking about what's said on it in the news. So it's like, yeah, clearly somebody's bothered. But they'll never tell you. They don't want you to know who bothers them. I mean, please. But they love making somebody a leader or labeling somebody, and then they also love using their agent provocateurs, which of course we've also seen how that can work. Always be leery of a person who is looking to get involved in necessary beef with a person that they don't know. That is typical. Well, I'm going to ask, one thing about this, people kind of get ahead. And shout out to D Top. I did get a chance to catch her video. What is on here? Exit page. I need to go. Get out of here. Okay. Wow. Ghost in the Machine tonight, huh? Okay. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know what is going on here. But we gonna power through it. Boy, I guess them people off of been my shit tonight. Everything freezing. Yeah, hopefully I'm still there. I don't know. Y'all, can you see me? I'm glitching. Videos ain't playing. Windows won't open. My goodness. All right, anytime today now. Uh-huh. I'm literally just sitting up here waiting for this window to open so I can get it. My Lord. All right. Well, let's see how long this one takes. Yeah, I don't know what they got going on tonight with my internet because I'm plugged. I'm hardlined in, so I mean it ain't a Wi-Fi issue. Google. Oh man, he's moving to another platform. Oh my Lord. Wow. But and this family, to be quite honest, this ain't foreign for me. This type of thing is not foreign for me at all. That's what's so crazy. Yeah, Google, man, they switched up. They probably because they already had, they got their certain protocols in place. Good grief. Okay, now we're moving. Wow. So yes, bear with me 1 second while I'm getting this video, because all of a sudden we're on turtle pace tonight for something that's usually moving. So right now, oh no. Well, I'll say this while this is uploading. Agents of chaos, agent provocateurs. The dude that was out there in out there at the protest, the little fat dude. Okay, he, again, agent provocateur. What is he doing there? He's there to deter the conversation. He's out there. You said, but my feed is now. I bet. It's gonna get the smoothest as soon as I'm ended. You know. Matter of fact, I gotta find the minister's clip because this breaking that tradition because I could not find it outside of that studio. That's another thing. Once you upload things into that studio, you can't download it, so, which is kind of whack. All right, now this is work. Let's put this on in it. Poltergeist. You know? Supposed to be bringing me up a window right now. I guess I'm waiting for the window now to come up. But again, like I said, agent provocateurs are just like hackers or just like, computer nerds and programmers that work for YouTube and Google. These people always can do whatever they will try to do to disrupt the message. Like just right now, I'm still waiting for the window to add this to come up. But nonetheless, we see the nonstop disturbance with a black message. Every single time the truth starts coming out, these people go straight to work to disrupt everything that we are trying to get accomplished, like right now. So somebody better figure it out because good grief, I left one group from not treating my money right. I'm having issues there. Now I'm over here. I need somebody to figure out your glitches, man. Now, like for you say, fat boy, what's his name? Yeah, that dude got out there. That dude got out there just talking crazy just for the sake of talking crazy. He didn't have he didn't even have a grip on what the conversation was about. Oh, so he thought people coming out there to talk about Tiger. Oh. Okay, now, maybe the third time's the charm. Again, here we go.
Black Alpha Network. Power to the people.
Again, illegal immigration is definitely immigration is not any big benefit to foundational Black Americans. It's been used as a tool against foundational Black Americans. That's not about the person, that's about the system. So the people who were able to use the system and it benefited them, great, but it never helped this community at all. It's only brought harm and took things away. Resources have been lost for this community to other places. That's not the right thing to do. Anything less than anything that should be respected for building a place for people to come and enjoy. So I don't understand how like this unless there is something about us that you feel we should be looked at less than. Because everything I just described should be we should be treated with the utmost respect. Don't you agree?
I understand that, but I'm also looking at the fact that a lot of these people are fleeing their homes because it's have done to their country and to their people, right? Like if you're bombing people's country and land and slaughtering their people, people are going to get
that sounds like more victims of white supremacy
with you guys, right?
No, that's more victims of white supremacy. That's neither here nor there for us.
Right. Of course, you don't care. but you are, it's the land doesn't, there's not only just Black Americans living in the United States, there's the white ones, right? Who are also claiming that land as theirs, right? So
well, wait, let me clarify that as because there's also immigrants. We have activism, and we also have Yukon City. Neither one of those white immigrants are helping immigrants either. So it's not just about Africans or Black. No, we're saying all immigrants are hurting us. We're watching it happen in my city right now.
showing you because of resources that your government choose to give to them, right?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that's like, and I get where you're coming from, because as a taxpayer and as a foundational Black man, you want that money and that tax and everything, you know, your ancestors have done, you want it to go back to your people and your community. Of course that makes sense. And if they're giving less to you and more to others, of course the divide and conquer, right? And it's stratification or thing either for resources. Right. But question the people that are making these policies, the people that are actually trying to pit one over the other, the people that are not giving you the resources that you guys need and deserve and have earned. Right. An immigrant problem is a problem. Right. That's a government
wait. See, again, you're trying to skip over that. Immigration is policy.
Right. But immigrants that are the issue. Right. It's the policy, right, that gives more to immigrants than those that are existing. So what I'm trying to say is, let's
you're gonna try to skip around.
I would just like to protect survivors of and immigrants. I'm a social justice advocate, so I will advocate for immigration, and I will advocate for and I'm not talking about illegal. I'm talking about people who are really, you know, either coming there to better themselves or put some work or hard-earned money to the community, or even fleeing some danger, like, you know.
No, I'm laughing because you continually doing the Democratic walk around the point thing. Let's get to the meat of the matter.
I'm very democratic. I'm not conservative at all.
Well, that I can hear, but this is how I know what your speech is, because you're talking in circles around the point. Immigration is a policy issue. The policy of immigration has harmed foundational Black Americans for over 50, 60 years. So we're not, again, you keep making this about the immigrants who take benefits of the immigration program that is established to undermine foundational Black Americans get no pass, because everyone who participates understands that. Nobody's here. So you understand that everything that's if you're going to come here, you're getting something that foundational Black Americans don't get. You're not foreign to that. This is a certified truth talking space here. So you're going to have to talk about that money. That's not something, you're getting something over what the people here should get. Why should these people look at you like they're benefiting? How does that make sense?
What is your, what would make you happy?
Well, see, we have the solution. We have to come to the conclusion. And the conclusion is immigration has been harmful for foundational Black Americans. Can you agree or disagree?
It's you're saying it's harmful, but it's again
foundational
very
subjective. No, not because you're hearing from foundational. This is the point here that I really want to stress. This is why we have issues. We are telling you what our stance is, and you're acting like that's a subjective conversation.
Because,
it is not.
Because for me to accept that, I would have to deny my reality. I'm an immigrant, and you're a foundation. Yeah. We're two different people. You have to understand, right?
Right. And we are in our homeland. So the reality is, You could go there. That's the reality of it. We're home. You're not. So yes, the basic reality is that. Now, does that sound nice? No. But what's the truth? The truth is, push come to shove, yeah, you won't have to go back home. Because we're home. So at the end of the day, if foundational Black Americans' agenda is any way governed by what we're talking about, you now get down with the program over here, and then we could move it. But no, there is no bending. We are the table, and the table is set by us. If you don't want to come over here and get down with the program, gotta go. Is that simple enough?
So what is the program that you want the immigrants to be on exactly? What is it?
We're gonna be doing that. Okay.
Let me chime in, brother.
Break it down. You gotta break it down because you're speaking to an immigrant. So you gotta break it down to me.
Yeah, well, I'm speaking to an immigrant, and you're speaking to a foundational Black American, Black Alpha Network. Let me ask you a question. When you speak of these immigrants who come over here, do they ever come over here with any type of racism, hatred towards foundational Black Americans? Eventually, or do they come over here all as friends? That's my question to you.
They come here to make something for themselves and feed their family back home. They don't care about anybody else but themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Come over here with no. They come over here with no racism.
Yes, there is.
They come over here with no racism. Is this what you're telling me?
Racist when they're Black.
Well, it's Black American racism where it's
where they call us anything about that. That's not.
Well, now you will if you listen. Well, if you listen.
I mean, you're creating your own.
I'm gonna give you the social context of it. I'm gonna give you the social context of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the social context. I don't know how you do it in your homeland, but let me tell you how we do it over here. I'm gonna say how we do it over here. It's called anti-foundational Black American racism. There's a term called akata that people use specifically for us. That is not a good term.
Okay,
that's not a
that's a word. I'm not Nigerian, honey. So let's move on from that.
Oh, no. We're gonna move as I move. As what I'm telling you is that shows you that this can exist, and that shows you that people can have specific hatred towards us. If you don't want to use the term racism,
then address that with Nigerians. You're not speaking to a Nigerian. You're speaking to Miss Djibouti.
Hold on.
Let's stay focused here.
Well, I'm all the way focused. Where are you from?
I'm from Djibouti, honey. Miss Djibouti.
Okay, so you're saying that there's no hatred towards foundational Black Americans over there. Everybody loves us.
We got so many soldiers in Djibouti. You guys all.
I didn't ask you about soldiers. I asked you, is there any hatred? Stay on subject.
No, there is no. There's no hatred.
May I respond to Mr. Djibouti? There's no hatred.
Yeah, there's no hatred. And I'm not Nigerian, so you should address the Nigerian.
I'm not talking about Nigerians, honey. I'm not talking about Nigerians. I'm talking about where you're from.
Akata is a Nigerian word, honey.
No, but I'm using the term akata to show you that people can be racist towards other people. Back in a lot of anti-Black racism places. I didn't say everyone is racist. What I'm telling you now, if you listen, you hear what I'm talking about.
It's discriminatory.
No, it's called hatred is what it is, and you are what I call denying. Hold on, Mike. I'm gonna get to you in a minute. Hold on, fam. I'm gonna let you talk. I got to put this person in check. What you're doing is you're being disingenuous and you're being a contrarian. You're acting as if you don't understand. Black nations where other Black people hate each other. It's called tribalism. So you're saying tribalism does not exist? Absolutely it does. You have people all across this world who hate the people of their own kind. It has existed since the beginning of time. And if you're sitting here trying to tell foundational Black Americans that other Black people do not come here and speak the truth, that is simply not reality. That may be your fantasy. It may be what you want to believe. It may be some type of trick that you think you're going to pull over us, and it may work good where you're from. That does not work on us. People come here and they have a lot of hatred and vitriol and spite for us. Black folks here in America have been knowing that for years. As a matter of fact, we've had Black folks who come here and who have told us. Brother Michael was just telling us a minute ago. You must have missed that part, but I'm going to heighten you up. I'm going to let you in. Brother Michael was just telling us the same thing. We had people call in from all different aspects of society all across the world, and they tell us that they're people in their Black Americans, and they bring for the Nigeria, that can go for the term Akata, that can go from Djibouti where you're from. It goes on. And this notion that you're trying to tell us that this does not exist and everybody's friendly with us is disingenuous, and quite frankly, it's real silly, and we're laughing at that because we know that is not true, and you know it's not true. You know it's not true. You may act like it is, but once again, we all know that is a lie. So people come over here political issue. And yes, the dominant supremacy facilitates that, but I didn't see y'all walking away when it happens. Okay, so when people come over here and they team up with white supremacy and they have that vitriol white supremacy, they work in conjunction and collaboration with white supremacists so they can undermine foundational Black Americans and they can put us in an underclass. This is just an FBA history lesson. This is just an FBA reality check, because apparently you need it. So as I was saying, and as I continue and as I see, foundational Black Americans receive all type of issues from other people. Right now, you're someone who's benefiting off of my ancestors. I'm not benefiting off of yours.
How am I
don't
benefiting
even
from your ancestors? I don't take social sources. I'm privileged, honey. I didn't come on a boat. I came on a plane.
You are, yeah, you did come on a plane, and you wouldn't have been on that plane flying over here if it wasn't for foundational Black Americans.
My father's money from Africa,
It's the
honey,
Black
not with your
Alpha,
money.
man. But you use all the money from Africa here, the foundational Black American, the land that my people created, innovated, and started. So Black American
land and about homes with my daddy's money.
Yes, you did. And that money wouldn't be in your hand with foundational Black Americans. So it's on my land, it's on my turf. It's on my land, it's on my turf. So at the end of the day, it's on my land, it's on my turf. So I say what goes. The problem is you think what you say goes and it don't. What I say goes because I'm FBA and I say so, honey. So understand that and put that through your head. Over here in foundational Black America is what we say. Now you may be following the dominant society because you wouldn't be arguing. You'd be over there agreeing. It's a whole nother issue for a whole nother day, and that's a whole nother topic. Right here in foundational Black America, the money that was put in your hand is because of us. That plane you was flying over here is because of us. You would not be here
honey,
on the Twitter app if it wasn't for us. Yes, honey. Yeah, your father did hard work to benefit off somebody else.
No, he didn't, honey. My dad
hard work to benefit off somebody else. That's what it is.
He was not a drug
Fire
dealer.
up that plane back to Somali.
Yeah, fly back over there.
Ask her why she's here. Ask her why she's here.
Oh, hey, she know why she's here. She's over here so she can tap dance and think that shit's gonna work, but it ain't. And if you come into you came here so you want to listen and find out what it is.
I don't need permission to breathe.
So you love Zaddy, you love being the tether, and you love renting over here.
What do you guys think we're doing here? I don't need your permission.
I know what you're doing over here. You had it. You just stole a whole room full of 100 people.
Oh,
y'all can't talk to sisters though. Come on now. Let's.
They only talk like this. African woman. I'm an African woman. You didn't see them talking to me.
No, I only talk to you like that because you're a tether. That's why. You're having a tether temper tantrum.
I made you control.
You're having a tether temper tantrum.
So I won.
You're having a tether temper tantrum.
You're no longer credible. You are not going to go to Congress. They will not hire you. No.
Oh, there it is.
That is a tether temper tantrum. That's what happens with us. That's what happens when they get stressed. If you can listen to how she was talking, she read of someone who was losing the conversation because she's going to do the tether tap dance, the tether moonwalk. She's going to do the tether two-step, and we still going to be foundational Black Americans. And this is what it is. It burns her that she has to come over here and talk in our country. It burns her that we don't give a fuck what your daddy worked hard for, honey. I'm sorry, we just don't give a fuck. Sorry. Okay. You're over here speaking to us. We are. Give them damn where we're from. So at the end of the day, they're upset. They're hurt. You know, their feelings is all twisted. They all in their tether fits. And this is typical. What she doesn't understand is like her. We hear him on these Twitter apps every day saying the issue is that she done ran not go on as so she may try to run that game in her homeland. We know how to check that. She may run that game and around her people. We know how to check that. And obviously she's a Democrat. So y'all notice this. She's got a problem with a foundational Black American speaking the truth. But she don't have that same smoke for the party. Funny style. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a blueprint manuscript, and we are framing the way tethers have temper tantrums, the way tethers have meltdowns, because it all roots into an old thing. It's called jealousy. Jealousy. That woman is jealous that foundational Black Americans provided her the lifestyle that her father couldn't. Let me say that one more time. Put the car in reverse, back that motherfucker up with the top back. She is jealous because we have provided an opportunity for her in the lifestyle that her father couldn't in the homeland. She has what I call Fleer's disease. She is from a Fleer offspring. Fled, mother gave birth to a Fleer, and it passed down the Fleer DNA to where they little Fleer in the space getting related. This is what happens. So, ma'am, I'm sorry, honey. I want you to go on back to Djibouti and have fun and understand that foundational Black Americans run the yard, and you better wipe your feet when you step in our house. And with that said, everybody, we are removing her from the speakers because we got serious business to attend to. I appreciate everybody for the pull up. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to me, Black Alpha Network, and my brother Beatzilla. Anytime you come across another tether like that, you give them that work like I just did, and she's going to go cry in her car. Okay. Matter of fact, she's going to go cry in her car. That's what she's okay. What she ain't going to do is she's not going to talk to no foundational Black American in a room full of foundational Black Americans, because there's only one outcome for that, and that is catching that certified work. Now, Brother Zilla, I'm going to let you rock. Then I'm going to get to and we're going to get off tether pause and let's keep this thing pushing. Love.
Yeah, man. Certified Truth Space again every Monday. Every Monday. You can hear me and my brother Black Alpha Network right here, right there on Twitter, on the Twitter app at Twitter Spaces. And that is again 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific time. That is the time we will be bringing the certified truth in Twitter Spaces. So make sure you guys are following me and this brother on Twitter so you can be notified when we actually start our spaces and come on in and participate. We ended up having a good conversation. The brother Dwan B ended up coming in at the end, and we ended up just chopping it up right before we left. And I think y'all will, if you have not, hang aces, because I know a lot of people would avoid other people's spaces because they're like, hey, okay, not everything is going to be everybody's flavor, and that's understandable. So again, that's why cable has so many damn channels. That pretty much nobody watching anymore because they're watching new Black media. So with that being said, that void also has to be filled with void fillers. So there's something for everyone. That's the way I see it. However, over here, this is the way we bring it. This is the certified truth space that you are hearing. Of course, we're mixing. That's he is certified blackness, and I am the our real truth. So again, able to my cord at. I guess I didn't even have that over. Oh, so again, just being able to um, combine our forces, as you see, the I don't even understand why they even came in there. I mean, granted, it was immigration, but it was not just specifically speaking about one group of immigrants, and that's how they've chose to center themselves. And that's how all of this has really transpired about all of the conversation with foundational Black Americans hating on Africans and all of that. That's all BS. So that's why you heard in that my clarification on immigration. And again, she couldn't say anything when white people get billions and millions. You're watching Joe Biden take money from Black farmers and give it to farmers. I mean, at that point, nobody say y'all been over here in this situation like us. So at this point, yeah, you got to be quiet over here in these spaces. Well, I just don't see it. And then here's another thing. I explained what they could do. So in my the instruction, and what she do, turn around Oh, yeah, you're not gonna. Oh, okay, we doing that. As y'all see, I went straight because I know what you're doing. I mean, now I heard her when she first came into the stage. If you guys didn't hear the whole broadcast from yesterday, the replay, I mean, she came onto the stage completely condescending. And again, if you guys want to hear the whole live, it is on. It's on this channel. It aired yesterday, right? I believe so. Yesterday, or either yesterday or Tuesday. But anyway, it aired, I think, yesterday. And if you listen to the entire video, or at least the whole exchange with me and Dr. Cabas, because see, what happened after that is then we had to kind of check Dr. Cabas. So people probably didn't see that one coming, but yeah, Dr. Cabas had to get himself cussed before he left the stage. And one thing I want y'all to understand, y'all may hear me and this brother talking aggressively, or we may be using profanity in these spaces, or we may, just come right off the cuff and roast someone. Please do not mistake that for emotion, because I know how people go, well, you guys are emotional. No, you just haven't really been around no people like us. That's all. You just, so yeah, I guess for a person like you that's been around these internet screamers, because they're not intellectual, they're not intellectually built like that. See, if I have a serious conversation with me, you're not going to hear a bunch of giggling. You're not going to hear the same words in succession. Not the same repetitive phrases like I'm nervous. Because I'm going to deal with the truth. Simple as that. When you deal in the truth, the rest comes easy. But if you're sitting up here knowing you're being dishonest or knowing you're being messy, and truth be told, no man should be walking out here wanting to be messy. I heard somebody say, oh, well, I asked this question because I wanted to see people take a side. Shout out to D. Tubman for catching that agent ass line right there. Whoever was able to get her that screenshot, because she was able to put that one up. Y'all better study that lie. If you want to know if you got an agent of chaos in your midst, you better go study that tape. Full-fledged agent of chaos. And here's one thing that how you always are good. They always have somebody that was weak-minded enough not to see past their BS to start vouching for them. It's an old routine. Go get somebody with some kind of credibility. Befriend them. Go start getting in these circles, and yeah, now you're building your name. You know me, you know me. Now let me go ahead and start someone else. But at this particular time, why? Because you were so concerned over someone else that you didn't know? I'm assuming maybe that was the same person that hit me up and asked me if I wasn't there, why I wasn't there. Well, do you live there? No, I do not. Here's the whole problem with that for me, though. When you asking me if I was somewhere or not, I come from a different lane. What the hell are you doing asking another man his whereabouts? That man got a whole family. Do you have his last name or something? You got his kids or something? Because anybody doing that better have a vagina. On some real shit. So when you see people doing that, it's like, oh, okay. Oh, huh. I mean, but hey, man, y'all women claim to be so well on and strong on your gaydar. Why ain't y'all calling this shit out? Y'all sit up here and let these dudes cause all this damn mess, running around like sassy, messy niggas. And ain't nobody calling this out like, oh, okay, well, I mean, he be going through some things. And man, you got a whole team full of mental problems together causing havoc. A bunch of emotional people who have sexual confusion going on, game goofy, and immature. So the only thing they know how to do is to exhibit any form of manhood is to be aggressive. Never to be intellectual, figure out how to solve a problem. No, because ever is keep a problem. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna be out there, you feel me? Now listen here, man. I'm gonna be at your rally, man. I love you, Tariq, but you, Afro Elite, I'm on your top. I'm gonna come over here and rock this nigga's whole shit up. Because I'm mad at shit. I'm telling you, Agent Couture, either by loathing design or by way of someone else putting a battery in their back. But one thing I did hear on that tape, that them people was, see, when a person really ain't cut from an intellectual cloth. When a bunch of tethers are just walking you down a path of confession, and it took someone else to pull his coattail to tell him, oh, you were telling too much. Because he thought the questions were innocent. He didn't even understand. It's like, God, wow. And you're picking fights with people you don't know. I mean, Jesus. Man. And then, what's so funny? You can always tell when people kind of funny style, because then that's the first go, zesty elite. All right. That's the best we can do. Oh man, this dude's a snitch and this and that. Jealous, clout chasing chaos makers. Y'all better get away from them people. This is a movement of empowerment, and they are a movement of destruction. I don't know how some of y'all can't see that. And when a person is moving for destruction, you better sidestep that individual. Anybody that does not have the consciousness to say, I'm going to an event that is going to be historic. That's like going to the Million Man March. Now, again, if Tariq is such a demon, you don't have enough reverence for your leader not to go to his rally to mess it up to fight with someone else. So see, this just lets you know how full of shit people are. They know they ain't no. So why do they keep pushing the issue now? Huh? What's important about making anything so important? Man, Tariq, man, why aren't you here? Why aren't you there, man? Why, man? I don't understand. He at where he at. I mean, what kind of rat snitch ass talk is this? Hey, man, I know you've been shot before by people that was calling from all over the because you're also banned from a damn country. But hey, look at this, man. Why wasn't you out here on the street at this said time? The hell is wrong with these people? And then other people, man, yeah, that's a valid question. You get a whole bunch of FBI informants in one space, and some of y'all actually be thinking that bullshit makes sense. Better know a cop when you hear one. I'm outside, I'm outside, I'm outside. Shit. You gang niggas can't see nothing. Y'all sitting up there talking to the feds. Man, I'm gonna do this, you feel me? You feel me? Oh, really? Word? What else you gonna do? I mean, you might as well be on flag. You feel me? God, I can't stress this enough. Shut up. All this over the top arguing like bitches. Like, what is going on out here? Back and forth bickering. What? I mean, I would think in this, you would be in the time frame of trying to work together and some kind of combat, be spread, but instead, you're not even in the same city with people that you upset at. How does that make sense to you? You really live in reality TV in your mind. Oh my God. I mean, I hate to be hard like that, but damn it, man. We don't have no wasting on no minuscule bull like that at all. And check a petty nigga, please. And get on this. Oh my God, man, here for the honor of my woman and the honor. Check the bitch. We West Coast, old school, baby. You got to get your woman in line. Your woman has no business, if that is your woman, talking to another woman's husband about where he at. There's something a thing called etiquette. I know they don't teach this much, obviously. That's something we obviously need to start bringing back. But see, we have shame without etiquette. So you got a bunch of shaming dudes with no kind of moral training of how to conduct themselves, especially with these women. And these sisters ain't no better because they know they got a simp. And he figuring out, trying to struggle out what he going through in his own life. So she playing on that and be like, go ahead, put a battery in his back. But when I hear a man have to defer to a woman for an answer, partner, you in trouble. Everyone can see you. Even if you can't see yourself, you make yourself such a mark that you'll convince yourself you ain't using. My tidbit of game for this. As I know somebody here. And since you got the clip option on this, you might want to just go ahead and clip that. I mean, I'm not a damn. See, he's a lizard. Well, they up tonight. So hopefully we will get this thing fixed by this next broadcast. Oh, okay. I'm back, it looks like. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I guess I'm here. So again, yeah. We will be hopefully with no more glitches next Wednesday. There, of course, will be videos coming up between now and then. But overall, I think again when I get a chance to set the show up through this system, then we'll be able to do it. I had to have y'all jump over from the other one to this. Hopefully, we get this super glitch worked out for next broadcast. With that being said, shout out to my brother Black Alpha Network, because what y'all just heard, that was from his broadcast. He aired that earlier today, so y'all can go check out his channel. If you guys want to go hear the space in entirety, then you can do so by just going to the videos in this channel and replay. So hopefully you enjoy that. And Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Let it fall and let us rise. Yes, indeed. So you know, again, I guess it's fitting with all the glitches that we have. I still would have liked to have the minister close us out this evening, but unfortunately, I do not have that clip in here, so I cannot do so. But nonetheless, we will be back and intact Wednesday. So I hope that y'all have a blessed, wonderful weekend. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can follow me on Patreon at beatzillapdx official and at Melanated People at Michael Beatzilla Whitmore. And hopefully, you know, this thing this can link to Patreon. That'd be wonderful. Also, you can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That's ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And of course, we have Our Real Truth, the podcast, on Anchor FM, Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcasts, and various other podcast streaming platforms. And you can also on Spotify and iTunes subscribe for the, I believe, automatic download. Oh, and Google Podcasts, by the way. So you can do that and just automatically download. It's been a while since I've uploaded one, but I will be doing those. And those won't be on this channel. Those will strictly be on podcasts. So make sure you check those. And of course, as you can see on the ticker on the bottom, if you would give and desire to give by way of donation, if you enjoyed the content, if you enjoy the content of this channel and like to support it, definitely so. All donations are definitely so much appreciated. Power, peace, and blessings and protections up on you and your loved ones. And you can give by way of donation at CashApp, $BeatZillaPDX. That is CashApp, $BeatZillaPDX. Also, we have PayPal, and that is Zilla Muzak. That is ZillaMuzk. You can still see the bottom of the screen, even if you can't clearly see me. So, yep. So, with that being said, I guess before it glitches one more. Oh, there we go. It's really glitchy now, ain't it? The sound has been cool. I mean, despite, you know, the visuals. So yes, again, I hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful weekend. This has been the weekly wrap up, and we are going to get on up out of here. Please share this video, like, share, and subscribe, and double check and make sure that you are still subscribed to this channel. And with that said, we got Kelly saying one more time. Shalom, y'all.